How you doing, me? 22 minutes. Hell. So this recording is me speaking about vulnerability and being an entrepreneur, one of the formerly incarcerated, one that was formerly incarcerated, inspiring to do big things as a coach, and knowing your own worth and things you know you have and you realize you have to let go of. So I was told by my coach to really take this on. I had a client who had a very nice, well-paid job in a different social economic status. I attracted this client from bringing value, and I felt we did good work. However, my own beliefs got in the way and totally self-sabotaged the process. There was a point where I'm really not quite sure, but somewhere along the line I stopped being who I was. And that just doesn't show up there, but trying to cross over a path in an industry that you have the talent to be in, at times yourself starts coming up. Not just self, but old beliefs. Sometimes it gets rough. And sometimes I think maybe it gets kind of like, damn, should I fall back? Should I do something else? Or should I target a different people and not do something else? But at times I struggle with, like, do I actually belong? I belong here. And everyone on the outside says, you've got it. Sometimes I don't know what the hell is missing. Yeah, I'm very confident to go on camera. I'm very confident to put myself out there. And I had to learn that there's no such thing as 100% confidence 100% all the time. However, you want to get a handle on knowing that, recognizing that, and having the correct support group. People that can support you, that care for you, not just hold you accountable, but support you. Support your old beliefs and baggage and help you move past them. Like, I tell the story about me and my mother losing her home, me going to prison. However, I never talk about the emotional and mental scars. The vulnerable side of doing this. It makes you sometimes you start believing the wrong shit about yourself. Or shaking parts of you off that no longer belong on the level you want to go to. Sometimes I struggle thinking that I'm responsible for everything and everyone. And that ultimate level of responsibility I learned is just another form of victimhood. Some people believe playing victim is acting like nothing is your fault, it's on everyone else. And another form of victimhood is acting like you have to be responsible for everything and everyone. and try to fix everything. That's not on me. That's not on no one. However, I will say growing up black as a black man, that's rarely talked about. We are sometimes not necessarily even brought up to believe, but it's almost like socially accepted for you to try to take care of everyone in your family who came before you. I had to learn a long time ago, like, that's not my duty. My duty isn't here to put everyone on. My duty isn't here to try to save someone from their own problems, but to be an example and a light and know that you can definitely be there for others, you can definitely save others, but only when your own cup is full. And that my beliefs of who I am isn't dictated by where I've been. You know, I step towards a lot of adversity because that's what I feel I've been trained to do, right? But by doing that, you're always anticipating the no's. I don't want to always anticipate no's. I don't always want to make this shit hard. Sometimes I do that because I grew up believing, like, if it ain't hard, you ain't working hard for it, it's not worth having. But that's not the way of life. You know, putting forth effort, you know, still progressing through whatever, yeah, but that's a fine line between working hard. There's a fine line between working hard and making things hard. Sometimes those lines get blurred and you start making things harder than they are. One of the things I've made harder than it was consistently believing I can consistently have or consistently feel successful. However, I've been measuring success with the wrong metric. Measuring success dealing with dollars, but not at scale and talent and impact. And when you do that, you feel like you're not accomplishing nothing. So I've learned that the first thing I must do is accept the fact that even if the money doesn't look like it, that doesn't mean you're not successful. That doesn't mean I'm not successful. And just because you might not have the money you want, that doesn't mean you're broke. Broke and poor is an attitude. It's a mentality. It's a cultivated mindset. You may not have the money you desire, because shit, I don't either. I'm affected by COVID just like the next person. Just looking for a stimulus like the next one. Right? But that doesn't make you broke. That just means you have to apply more. Change your inner baggage. And when you value your success off of money, whenever you don't get the money, you're going to always feel like you ain't doing nothing. That's all I got for now. I think I might make these more often. Have a good one.